Perhaps you've tried many times to stay completely calm and still, only to notice yourself fidgeting or breathing too quickly or feeling restless. Many situations in life require patience. Like this, maybe a manager listening carefully to a difficult employee, speaking slowly and deliberately, or a police officer waiting quietly for the perfect moment to catch a criminal. But for some people, it's not about a job. It's a true passion. Some spend hours practicing patience simply because they love it. Bird watchers, for example, develop a deep focus and stillness from a love of observing birds. They move slowly, breathe quietly, and tune all their senses to the forest. Imagine a bird watcher preparing for the forest, wearing muted colours to blend in, sturdy boots, a hat, a vest, with pockets for binoculars, notebooks and field guides. You might notice how some people get into bird watching because they love nature, the thrill of spotting something rare, or the joy of discovering something fleeting and beautiful that most people never see. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to Borneo, an island shared by Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei, but you can imagine it. It's easy to picture. Perhaps you enjoy thinking about lush forests or the sounds of nature, or the feeling of stepping into a place untouched and vibrant with life. Now picture yourself walking quietly along a forest trail in Borneo. The rainforest stretches endlessly around you, dense and alive. You can hear the soft sounds of the forest, leaves rustling gently, distant calls of birds, maybe even the splash of water in a hidden stream. Notice the way the sunlight glimmers through the canopy, casting patterns on the forest floor, and how every detail seems alive and purposeful. Now, when you hear the word drongo, you might think of an amateur surfer dropping in on your wave, a little chaotic, maybe a bit unpredictable. But a bronze-tailed drongo is quite different. This medium-sized bird is about the length of a standard school ruler in math class, roughly 25 to 28 centimeters. It's endemic to Borneo. It's only found in Borneo and incredibly rare. Seeing one is a special reward for patient bird watchers who spend hours standing quietly, observing the forest. Perhaps it darts silently across the trees, its sleek black body catching the light, and the subtle bronze sheen on its tail flickering as it moves, almost as if it's performing a careful, deliberate dance through the forest canopy. Observing it requires patience and focus. Standing quietly, breathing slowly, and turning your attention to the forest around you. Just as you can notice each moment without rushing, you can allow yourself to notice what it feels like to watch without rushing. To notice each subtle movement, each flash of colour, and how deliberate attention can bring clarity and calm, even in unpredictable situations. I wonder if you realise that focusing only on what you can't control, the weather or other people's actions, or the uncertainty of the day, can allow anxiety to grow, like vines spreading across the forest floor. Perhaps you see a blue-headed pitter hopping through the undergrowth, its bright cobalt blue head and chestnut brown back standing out against the leaves. It moves deliberately, searching carefully for insects, and each step produces a clear outcome. Or you notice a Bornean bristlehead, its unusual red and yellow bristled head peeking from foliage, a bird that is rarely seen even by experienced birdwatchers. Its measured movements remind you that even when circumstances are unpredictable, intention and focus can guide action. You can experience what it's like to breathe with the same rhythm, letting your attention settle, noticing that letting go of worry opens space for calm clarity and your own deliberate choices. I wonder if you can see that every small movement has a consequence, and whether you can consider what might happen if you choose to act calmly and deliberately right now. Picture yourself standing near a quiet stream, observing a storm stork stepping carefully into the water. Its glossy black wings contrast it stepping carefully into the water. Picture yourself standing near a quiet stream, observing a stork stepping carefully into the water. Its glossy black wings contrast with its white belly, its long red legs moving slowly and purposefully, even though this bird is rare and critically endangered. You can notice the effect of each movement, how careful choices allow it to remain balanced and secure. You might notice a rhinoceros hornbill gliding overhead again. The rhinoceros hornbill is a large, striking bird, measuring roughly 1 to 1.2 meters, about 3 to 4 feet from head to tail. Nearly the length of a small child standing upright. Its body is mostly black, contrasted sharply with white tail feathers. That flash, as it glides between the trees, the most distinctive feature is its huge, bright orange and red casque, a hollow curved structure on top of its long curved bill. Its casque catches the sunlight as the bird moves, glowing vibrantly, making it unmistakable in the rainforest canopy. Its yellow-orange eyes are sharp and alert, giving it an expressive, almost regal presence as it glides gracefully overhead. Its strong wings carry it effortlessly between the trees, creating a sense of calm, deliberate motion. Even from a distance, you can see how purposeful and majestic its flight is. A bird completely in control of its environment, moving with intention and poise. Or the flash of a bronze-tailed drongo moving through the treetops. And reflect on how these birds exercise their own agency in the forest. And you can allow yourself to recognize that, just like them, your own choices, where you focus, how you breathe, how you act, produce outcomes that influence your experience. Anxiety doesn't control you. Your awareness and decisions do. Imagine planning a bird-watching expedition to Borneo months in advance. Making a detailed list of birds you've always dreamed of seeing. Mapping out trails and rivers. Perhaps even arranging a silent electric canoe to glide through a remote swamp in central Kalimantan. You might wonder whether the journey will go exactly as planned, or whether your patience will be rewarded. Now picture yourself standing perfectly still on a quiet forest trail. Perhaps a Bornean ground cuckoo emerges from the leaf litter. A medium-sized, bottled brown and white bird, incredibly elusive, rarely seen even by experienced bird watchers. The sight is so rare that most people spend years hoping for a glimpse. Birdwatchers treasure this moment, not only for its beauty, but because the bird is secretive, ground-dwelling, and only found in Borneo. And to see one requires skill, patience, and careful observation, qualities every dedicated birder strives to practice. Some might travel days or even weeks, move silently through dense forest and wait for hours, all for the chance to witness this bird in natural habitat. You might notice the bird's careful movements and deliberate pauses, and you can allow yourself to absorb how the bird watcher's patience, skill and focus allow them to experience this extraordinary moment. I wonder if you can notice that anxiety, like the unpredictable forest, can be observed without reacting immediately, just as the bird watcher waits, noticing subtle movements, listening to the forest. You too can pause, breathe, and respond deliberately, strengthening your internal sense of calm and control. Perhaps you can imagine a long morning of observation. Your eyes sweep the treetops and the understory, following the sounds of the forest. A black-browed barbet appears, its vibrant green feathers and striking black-eyed stripe make it a rare prize for birders, sought after its beauty and elusive behaviour. Do you step closer, or do you remain perfectly still? You can allow yourself to notice that. Birdwatchers make these decisions by observing subtle cues, the bird's movement, the sunlight on the leaves, the sounds of surrounding wildlife, and then choose whether to act or wait. I wonder if you sense that same approach can be applied to your anxiety, noticing the signs, considering the outcomes, deliberately choosing your response. Every thoughtful pause or intentional action strengthens your internal locus of control. Picture drifting silently along a Bornean peat swamp in your silent electric canoe. Perhaps you're hoping to see a Bornean peacock pheasant, a rare and magnificent bird with iridescent blues, greens and copper, moving silently through the shadows. Most birdwatchers may never see one in their lifetime, making the encounter extraordinary. You can allow yourself to observe your anxious thoughts as if they were distant echoes in the forest, separate from your calm observation. Focus instead on your desired outcome. Patience, awareness, and deliberate action while keeping anxiety in the background. Each time you observe without reacting, you separate feeling from action, amplifying your ability to act intentionally and skillfully. Now perhaps a rufous-collared kingfisher appears by a quiet stream, its deep rufous chest and emerald wings glimmering in the sunlight, rare to see. A sighting like this rewards patience and skill. You can allow yourself to notice your own practice of patience and observation, realizing how deliberate stillness and careful focus have led to this moment. Silently acknowledge yourself. I am patient. I act deliberately. I notice carefully. I can respond calmly and skillfully. Each recognition reinforces your internal strength and confidence, like the birdwatcher successfully checking a rare bird off their list after hours of waiting. I wonder if you can notice that the skills you're practicing, standing still for hours, observing carefully, noticing subtle movements, and acting deliberately, are applicable beyond the forest. Perhaps in relationships at work or in everyday life, you can pause, observe, and act intentionally, just as seeing a black and crimson oriole in the canopy is rare and rewarding. Your careful, deliberate actions in other contexts produce results and strengthen your internal locus of control. You can allow yourself to know that these skills are transferable, valuable, and effective everywhere you go. When you are ready, you can begin to bring your awareness back to the present moment. Notice your breath, the feeling of your feet on the floor, the sounds around you. Perhaps you stretch gently, carrying with you the patience of a bird watcher, the calm focus that allowed you to witness rare, beautiful birds like the Bornean ground cuckoo, black-browed barbet, Bornean peacock pheasant, rufous-collared kingfisher, and black and crimson oriole. On the count of 3, you can begin to bring your awareness back, carrying the calm, deliberate confidence and certainty that you can act skillfully and intentionally in any situation. Take a slow, deep breath in and gently exhale. 1, breathe in deeply, feeling calm and aware, letting your lungs fill fully, and exhale slowly. 2, take another slow, deliberate breath, noticing your patience and internal strength growing with each inhale and exhale. 3, inhale one final time. As you exhale, open your eyes, stretch, reaching your arms if you like, feeling your body awaken. Wriggle your fingers and toes and open your eyes. Welcome back. You're perfect, just as you are.